Aztec Batman, Clash of Empires. That's not on HBO Max, despite multiple things saying it is.
Yeah, Tony. I saw the trailer. I was like, okay, I'm down to watch this. And then today I sat down. I was like, okay, let me watch this. And I was massively disappointed.
How do you think I felt? I was like, all right, HBO Max. And I went, what? Oh, no. And then I look up and everything says premiering September 19th. I think it premiered my birthday, which I didn't get to have a birthday episode again. Anyway, I was like, cool. It's definitely already on there. And then it's just nowhere. And then I had to look it up. It's like, it will eventually be on HBO Max. I'm like, that's not what all the other searches were saying.
I want it now.
Yeah, I want it now. So
Tony.
So I was like, you know what? I'm a criminal. I'm a rebel. I'll just illegally download it. Spoiler. Only the Spanish version is being
That's what I got.
So all of us tried to be criminals. And then we were like, oh, fuck, Dios mío. Ay, caramba.
I was using my phone to translate.
Christ.
Couldn't keep up.
So because you can't rent this, by the way, I assume we all own this on Amazon Prime now. UHD.
I'm a proud owner of Aztec Batman. It's forever in my digital library. I'll always think of you.
Please tell me, is it worth it?
Well, we'll tell you.
You'll
We'll tell
find
you.
out.
Aztec Batman tells the story of Batman. If it took place during the...
You got Poison Ivy in that shit?
Yes.
Damn it. Fuck
So,
you, Tony.
Basically, it's kind of like Gotham by Gaslight, where they just take a Batman and his characters and shift it to a different time period and location to see how it would play out. Sort of like what Batman Ninja was doing, although Batman Ninja was like, a time machine sends them there. I'm like, no, that's not what the formula is. It's just they're already there and they become, okay, anyway. But yes, it tells the story of the Spanish invading the Aztec Empire. Cortez is their version of Two-Face. He gets scarred by Catwoman and he becomes their Two-Face. And he wants to take over, and this forces the Bruce Wayne, who I can't remember what his name was, to become this hero. And his Crystal, the goddess that inspires him to be a hero, is Poison Ivy. Basically, she's a forest goddess.
Love her.
And he was also getting like visions of a bat and everything. So yeah, it's basically what if Batman was in the Aztec Empire, and we get Joker, we get all the classic characters, including Batmanuel there. Okay, the first half of this movie is kind of a slog. It feels like it's lecturing you. It's classic white man bad. I'm like, okay, now I know why. I only picked this because so many people were crying about it on Twitter. And I'm like, all right, let's pick it because it's controversial, whatever. It is really heavy-handed and on the nose early on. That having said that, by the second act, I was actually invested in the story, and I was actually really, really into it. And I liked the new versions of the characters. People were trying to say that it makes the Aztecs look great and the Spanish evil and whatever. No, actually, it points out some of the bad stuff the Aztecs were doing, like, oh, I don't know, human sacrifices. In case you were wondering, if you're only watching the Twitter discourse, no, the movie tells you that that's wrong. The Joker is the guy who was really pushing for that. And spoiler, he's the bad guy, or one of the bad guys. But yeah, I actually really, really enjoyed it. The animation could have been better. But yeah, it's nothing special, but it's decent. Joey C, how did you feel about this?
Well, as we discussed, I watched probably the first 15 minutes of Spanish and thought, I failed 9th grade Spanish. This isn't going to do. Well, surely there's another option. So after a couple of hours, I got another version, the Hindu version. I was a bit more confused. So I thought, I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to tough it out for this show. So I watched the Hindu version. The first thing I will say is something that you discussed is the animation style. Hot take, or maybe not, I don't know. I fucking hate this animation style. I do not like it.
It's hit or miss. It got better toward like the battle and stuff at the end, but yeah,
the action stuff was fantastic. There's some, the characters I think look great, like the design of them. The action and the fight scenes were absolutely fantastic. It reminded me of being a kid and watching cartoons. But then, I saw a bunch of people calling it woke, and I was like, surely this is a joke. And then you mentioned it. So now I'm starting to think that it wasn't a joke. I don't know Hindu. I don't know what the hell was going on.
You weren't able to hear a lot of the heavy-handed dialogue that felt like a Redditor wrote it. So I could see if that being lost on you. But honestly, it's only really in like the the beginning of the movie, all that stuff happens.
Well, it's also the way they're all drawn, like their eyebrows are in a permanent, yeah. I wonder if that's a bad guy.
It was like a slideshow for me, really.
Okay. Well, that was kind of the worst review ever, Joey.
He could only comment on the visuals.
Gil, how did you feel about Aztec Batman, Clash of Empires?
Yeah, I thought the first half, like you said, not only... I mean, the main issue to me with the first half is how montagey it felt. I think that they were trying to cram a lot in. Actually, I think that criticism probably lasts the entire movie, but it gets better in the second half. It reminded me a lot of like Marvel What If, where it's a 20-minute episode and you're going to an entire other universe. So they have to cram everything in there. And it becomes less of a story and more of a just see some cool ideas rendered in animation. And there is a novelty to that, like seeing how the Joker's going to show up, seeing how Two-Face is going to show up, seeing how Batman becomes Batman in this world. There is fun in seeing all of that. And there's also just the normal fun of watching Batman win fights that he shouldn't be able to fight.
Yeah,
I didn't love the opening montages at the beginning, but the one where he's actually starting to put his bat suit together, I thought was a lot of fun.
That was cool.
But yeah, overall, it was okay. It was just okay. The second half had a bit more of a story to it. The first half was pretty rushed. But I would say it's nothing more than novelty for the most part. It's just kind of cool to see.
Did you recognize who the Joker was? That's Raymond Cruz, Tuco Salamanca.
Oh,
I heard him yelling, and I'm like, I know. I heard his voice screaming, and I'm like, I know that voice. I've seen Alien Resurrection 100 times. Then I watched it. I'm like, oh, it's him. And I like the Joker in this. Spoiler, actually, the Joker is like one of the high priests, and he's getting visions of like this god telling him that the king needs to listen to him, and then he needs more human sacrifices. And then the god convinces him to kill his entire family and sacrifice. And then it reveals that he's not the god that he was pretending to be. It was like a trickster god. So then he just goes crazy. And so his makeup is actually white ash of his family and blood. But here's the thing.
That's a great example, though. Like, that's such a weird and cool idea, but it happens so fast. It's like you meet the family, and it's like a minute later, that's happening. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. But I'm not like experiencing it as a story where I'm like, wow, he just killed his whole family.
My problem with like the gods in this, because the whole thing is like Batman doesn't believe in them. Like he meets Poison Ivy early when he's injured, and he assumes that that's an hallucination. And the Joker, I just assumed was like crazy, and that wasn't even like a real guy. There was just a crazy guy. But at the end, the battle, like Poison Ivy shows up and everyone can see her. I'm like, oh, she is a forest god. I'm like, oh, I thought that was an hallucination, so I wasn't sure how fantastical this world was or not. But yeah, I think it's okay. Do you need to see it? No. But I think the last one of these I tried to watch was Gotham by Gaslight, which the comic I like. That movie looked like it wasn't finished. As much as we don't really like the animation here, it looks like they finished the movie. Gotham by Gaslight, I got like 30 minutes into it. I'm like, this looks absolutely terrible. But no, this one is fine. If you're listening to people on Reddit or Twitter, just ignore them. It's okay.
The trailer looked like it was like Pocahontas without Pocahontas.
I was thinking more Road to El Dorado. I feel like that's more.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like that's more in line with this.
I just was watching, and all of a sudden I see natives and then white man, and it was very like same boat, saying like all that.
The one guy, Pedro, the blonde guy, that's supposed to be Azrael, the dude that the replacement Batman turns into in the old comics. He's also in the Arkham games, because I was wondering who the fuck he was, like what his Batman equivalent was. I'm like, Azrael? Okay. Spoiler, Penguin at the end being a fat guy in a plague suit, so he looks like a bird. I was like, perfect. Fucking perfect. That's hilarious.
For the first half, I almost forgot this was a Batman movie. And then when the guy got scratched, and I was like, Two-Face, that's kind of like Batman. Oh, yeah, that's right.
You're like, that girl's dressed like a cat woman, if you will. Or La Gata Hermana. Did I say that right? I'm really bad at
have no
Spanish.
idea.
I probably, but I think
The one
just,
I picked up on was Joker. His name was like Yoka, I think.
Yoka, yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, and then his mom goes, "Oh, Yoka, why so serious?" And I'm like, "Oh, come on." Oh, then they played the Tim Burton, Danny Elfman Bat theme at one point.
That's
I'm
right,
like,
yeah,
Really?
times.
I know a
That's
lot of
actually kinda
Batman
cool.
stuff is now just using that theme because it's the most popular. But when they used it like toward the end, I'm like, "Huh, okay."
Yeah.
Now I'm just reminded of a different Batman.
It also had a lot of like rock music, which I thought was interesting. It's like
Yeah.
not what you would associate with this time period.
Yeah. But I like that they did do their I mean, look, it's not going to be 100% historically accurate. Cortez didn't turn into a Two-Face who fought a bad guy. But they did mention like because everyone's just like, yeah, the Spanish came in. It's like, no, not all the tribes there were cool with the Aztecs, so some of them teamed up with the Spanish, and the movie addresses that. It addresses that the sacrifice is wrong and you shouldn't do it. So yeah, it
Takes a
addresses all those
bold
things.
stance on human sacrifice.
You know what? I don't think enough people say it. I'm going to say it here. Hack the Movies is against human sacrifice. Okay.
No,
You
we're
hear that,
not.
Jenny.
Crystal Quinn
Depends on
does
the
not speak. Her opinions do not reflect Hack the Movies. And she is now at the bottom of the totem
It
pole.
does. Because
All it took was for someone to endorse human sacrifice, and I'm back on top.
That would be the last thing you think would happen. But then on this fucking show, of course, we do have someone going, yeah, I can see how it's acceptable in some.
Well, Gil literally just said it depends on who it is. So I completely
Oh, I was hoping
agree.
nobody heard that.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, I heard it. Too.
I agreed. There's plenty of human sacrifices I have on a list.
Oh my God.
Tony, don't worry, you're not one of them. It's not worth it.
Listen, we're going to lose our channel. Stop saying you want a human sacrifice things.